Good morning. You're with me, Tanima Biswas, and our top story. In a mega announcement addressing the nation late on Saturday night, Prime Minister Modi said that India will start giving precaution doses to healthcare and frontline workers and those above 60 years of age with comorbidities from January 10th. He also announced that vaccinations will begin for children between 15 and 18 years of age group from January 3rd. The Prime Minister added that over 61% of India's adult population are fully vaccinated against COVID, while around 90% of the adult population has received a single dose of the vaccine shots. Take a listen at what he said.
आज अटल जी का जन्मदिन भी है, क्रिसमस का त्योहार भी है, तो मुझे लगा कि इस निर्णय को आप सबके साथ साझा करना चाहिए। साथियों, 15 साल से 18 साल की आयु के बीच के जो बच्चे हैं, अब उनके लिए देश में वैक्सीनेशन प्रारंभ होगा। 2022 में 3 जनवरी को सोमवार के दिन से इसकी शुरुआत की जाएगी। ये फैसला कोरोना के खिलाफ देश की लड़ाई को तो मजबूत करेगा ही, स्कूल कॉलेजों में जा रहे हमारे बच्चों की और उनके माता पिता की चिंता भी कम करेगा। हम सबका अनुभव है कि जो कोरोना वॉरियर्स हैं, हेल्थ केयर और फ्रंटलाइन वर्कर्स हैं, इस लड़ाई में देश को सुरक्षित रखने में उनका बहुत बड़ा योगदान है। वो आज भी कोरोना के मरीजों की सेवा में अपना बहुत समय बिताते हैं। इसलिए प्रिकॉशन की दृष्टि से सरकार ने निर्णय लिया है कि हेल्थ केयर और फ्रंटलाइन वर्कर्स को वैक्सीन की प्रिकॉशन डोज भी प्रारंभ की जाए। इसकी शुरुआत 2022 में 10 जनवरी सोमवार के दिन से की जाएगी।
I'm joined by my colleague Sandeep from Mumbai and Neha from Bengaluru for reactions on this big announcement by the Prime Minister. Coming to you first, Neha, that this is, of course, 2 key announcements which have been made. First, of course, in terms of starting vaccination for children. This is, of course, for a particular age category of between 15 to 18, but also for the booster shots for frontline workers, of course, but for senior citizens with comorbidities, booster shots have also been kept open as an option. What are some of the people that you've been speaking to saying on this, especially for parents who might be concerned of sending their children back to classrooms?
Yes, Tanima, in fact, I have a gentleman with me here who, in fact, who has 2 teenagers himself. We're going to quickly get in a word from him. Sir, I'd like to ask you, yesterday the Prime Minister has made an announcement that vaccines would begin for children between 15 and, teenagers between 15 and 18 years starting January first week. So you have 2 children yourself in that age category. So, how important is this for you as a parent?
This is mainly important, madam. Actually, all the children, the school-going children, so they are unable to move from the home. They are after this Omicron, so all the peoples are getting afraid, saying that I am not going. Every day they are going for only they have chosen for online classes. They are totally afraid. So now this is good decision taken by Prime Minister. So this is a fantastic job he is doing also. So apart from this one, even they have announced for this booster dose for frontline senior citizen and frontline workers. That is also good. They have to allow, they have to take a decision. They have to treat for us, means they should be safe first. So then they can do something. So this is good decision overall.
So now one thing we've seen second is, many children end up getting infected when they go to school or when they go to colleges. And, in turn, then the parents end up getting affected, infected with COVID. So in this case, with the vaccine coming in, are you hopeful that your children, would get more immunity now and the chances of them contracting it would come down? And in turn, your children would probably be more comfortable going to school?
Yeah. After taking vaccination, ready to send the offline classes. So there is no issue in that. After vaccinated, we have vaccinated 2 doses. Now we are all fine only. So in our house, everybody has vaccinated except the children.
Yes.
Now children also going to getting vaccination. This is good. This is good only. Good.
Right. Thank you. Well, Tanuma, definitely a relief, of course, even for parents over here who were, possibly thinking twice maybe before sending their children, to schools or to colleges. We've seen the way that clusters in Karnataka particularly have been breaking out, and more so from residential schools and education institutions. So definitely, of course, this is a welcome move, say parents. Back to you.
Right, Neha, thank you so much for joining us from Bengaluru. But stay with us. I'm also joined by Sandeep from Shivaji Park in Mumbai. Sandeep, what are the people in Mumbai saying about the big announcements?
See, definitely the Prime Minister Modi has announced yesterday about the vaccines in regards of age group of 15 to 18 as well as for the precautionary dose for 60 and above. We are joined with few individuals out here at Shivaji Park who are here for jogging and enjoying their Sunday. We'll speak to a few of them. Ma'am, your name?
Rupa.
Rupa ji, since how long you have been, jogging out here at Shivaji Park?
No, we're not jogging. We've come cycling all the way from Lokhandwala and Vilepale. This is a cycling group.
Wonderful. I just wanted to know the announcement that Prime Minister Modi made yesterday in regards of, vaccination for 15 to 18 as well as precautionary dose for 60 above people. What do you have to say about it?
Well, looking at the global scenario, people have started taking the precautionary or the booster dose as what's the technical term, we wouldn't know. But everywhere, they've started taking it. So that's a wonderful initiative that has been taken in our country. Of course, we believe that our country has got a lot of experience in mass vaccination. It's one of the best in the world. So, and PM has given a lot to it. So it's wonderful. And we all ought to have that dose.
Sir, you are out here in Mumbai. What do you have to say about the announcement that is being made by Prime Minister?
Okay, it is a very good move. For the youngsters, it's a very good move. And for elder, over 60 years booster thing, I'm not fully aware of it. But that's also a very good move which he has done, in fact. He has been doing a lot of good jobs. This is another one of them. I can only say that. Okay.
All right. So the kind of, arrangements that is being made for youngsters, especially between 15 to 18, will it be, make a sense of in the mind of the people in regards of kids' health? Do you think that?
Yes, it will make an impression. It's definitely for youngsters from point of view, and it's a very good move. And normally youngsters take things for granted. Okay, so this move will definitely force them to have this injection, and they will also be precautionary in terms.
Sir, what do you miss? You're a youngster out here in Shivaji Park. You've been in the cycling group. What do you have to say about the move that has been taken, especially within the age group that has been announced within 15 to 18 vaccination for them?
It's a very good move, and everybody should take care of it. Our Prime Minister is doing well, so we should follow him. और हमें इन चीज़ों का थोड़ा ध्यान रखना चाहिए. So it's good for everyone actually.
So it will be a sense of a relief in the mind of the parents in regards of sending their kids to schools or colleges now.
Sorry, what?
Do you think that it would create a sense of relief in the minds of parents also for sending their kids in the schools and colleges?
I think protection के हिसाब से देखा जाए तो I think yes.
So definitely there is a kind of relief in the minds of people out here. They feel that the decision that has been taken by the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, is into a right direction, and definitely this will also create a sense of relief in the minds of parents and the individuals and the citizens out here in India. Tanima, over to you.
Right, Sandeep from Mumbai and Neha from Bengaluru, thank you so much for getting us the reactions early morning today on the big announcements. I'm also joined on the broadcast by Dr. Rajiv Jayadevan, Scientific Advisor, IMA. Dr. Jayadevan, thank you so much for joining us on this discussion. We heard from the people over there from two cities. They are largely positive reactions to the announcements. A lot of people had, in fact, been eagerly awaiting, whether or not India is going to start booster dose. At this point in time, of course, this is only for specific categories that the center has, in fact, opened up to. But there are still a lot of concerns and questions, especially with regard to whether or not the existing Indian vaccines are good enough for booster shots. Some experts believe it is. Some others think that the mRNA ones are better. What would you say on this? Is this something that the government needs to sort out by January 10th? Because that's one of the big concerns when it comes to booster.
Okay. Firstly, there is clearly a sense of relief among the general public as well as healthcare and frontline workers that boosters are becoming available. So that is one. The second is you mentioned about how effective these programs are. Now that is where we run into a little bit of haziness. That is, unlike somebody's height or weight that you can actually measure, you really do not have the tools to measure how well protected an individual is from an injection. Suppose you give an injection A to someone, injection B to someone. If you measure their blood, there is no way of telling how protected A is versus B. The only measure that's available is outcome. That is, you follow people like A and follow people like B over a long period of time and see how they behave with disease. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of data on the second front. All we have data on boosters from around the world are a few studies looking at antibodies and other things. Now, these don't really correlate with clinical outcomes. What we need is information on clinical outcomes. But that being said, COVID-19 does not affect everybody in the same fashion. Older people, unfortunately, have worse outcomes. For those individuals, whatever profession they are in, clearly, if they have the option of receiving an additional precautionary dose, as this was termed, clearly it's a welcome move. But at the same time, we really need to know who is it that in the subset that really needs it. For instance, someone who had past infection and had been fully vaccinated, will that person really benefit from a third dose? All these are information, all these are questions that remain to be answered.
Right. Very rightly pointed out, Dr. Jayadevan, as you said that, there are still a lot of questions as to who exactly should be opting for these booster shots, because for frontline workers, probably it will be something which a lot of them might be opting for because, there are Omicron concerns, of course, in the country at the moment, and they are the frontline workers and healthcare workers. But when it comes to senior citizens who have comorbidities, as you said, there are questions as to whether or not those who've had past infections should go for it, or anyone whose doctor's advice, comes through in terms of taking the booster should go for it. What are some of the things that people should keep in mind, especially those who are above 60 years of age, when, Jan 10th comes and they have that option, that window open to choose to go for a booster shot?
Yes. The first thing to remember is that a vaccine alone is not going to stop us from picking up an infection. That's the biggest lesson we learned in the past 12 months. Remember when the vaccines were rolled out, at least a few people believed that this was the end of the pandemic, particularly Western nations. That was not true. Many of us wrote earlier that it will not happen, that these are cyclical viruses, they'll continue to infect man. But what the vaccines did was something miraculous in the sense they dramatically reduced the death rate among those who were fully vaccinated. So that's the plus side of vaccine. The minus side, if you will, that they did not stop you from picking up an infection. We've been seeing that increasingly from reports around the world, including from yesterday, when in Faroe Islands, a group of 31 people went for a gathering, and 21 of those people, 21 out of 33, who were boosted individuals, picked up symptomatic Omicron disease. So there's a lot that we need to understand about this virus yet. So that being said, if we are double dose vaccinated, you're well protected. But since vaccines are not the only protection, people must stay away, especially older people, must stay away from indoor gatherings. I know that things in science are not always aligning with our convenience or comfort, but science is science. Science is based on facts. So the fact is, if you end up in a room where there are a lot of people who are making a lot of noise and conversation, you could pick up the infection, particularly during a wave like Omicron. So these individuals who are more susceptible or more vulnerable must be extra careful. For a 20-year-old, it may not make much of a difference because they can survive it. But for a 60 or 70-year-old, they could have a relatively severe disease. And as I said, vaccine alone is not going to do that. So all of these measures together, wearing of proper masks, staying away from indoor spaces to the extent possible, and if they really want to meet someone outdoors if possible. And those are precautions that they must follow.
Right, Dr. Rajeev Jayadevan, their scientific advisor to the IMA. Thank you so much for joining us and giving your insight into these big announcements, because a lot of people will now, of course, be considering whether or not to go in for the booster shots, especially, of course, the senior citizen category for whom the booster shot rollout is going to happen at the same time as the healthcare workers and frontliners. Continuing with the reactions which are coming in on this mega announcement by the Prime Minister, it was welcomed by parties across political lines largely. Maharashtra Minister Aditya Thackeray, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, National Conference leader Omar Abdullah and many others took to Twitter and welcomed the significant move. Let's listen into some political reactions coming in.
आज 15 से 18 उम्र के बच्चों के लिए जो टीकाकरण का मान्यता मिला है, तो उसका भी हम स्वागत करते हैं। जो 60 उम्र से ज़्यादा सीनियर सिटीजन्स है और जिनको कोमॉर्बिडिटी है, उनको भी टीकाकरण करने का और बूस्टर डोज देने का जो मान्य हुआ है, उसका भी हम स्वागत करते हैं। ये मांगे महाराष्ट्र सरकार की तरफ से हमने रखी थी, वो मांगे पूरी हुई है। निश्चित तौर पर खुशी है और मुझे उम्मीद है कि आज जो ओमिक्रॉन बढ़ रहा है, उस बढ़ने का जो संख्या जो बढ़ रही है, तो उसमें इस टीकाकरण का निश्चित तौर पर फ़ायदा होगा और लोग सुरक्षित रह सकेंगे।